A man accused of plotting terrorism in France reportedly told a judge that Osama bin Laden's al-Qaeda terror network is not independent but, quote, an integral part of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. The Associated Press says the French-Algerian suspect testified that since May, more than 3 months before the September 11th attacks, Taliban leaders have held veto power over al-Qaeda operations. President Bush is halfway around the world tonight to attend a summit of Asian Pacific nations. CBS's John Roberts reports the president is in Shanghai trying to help ensure that these nations, China especially, stay in the fold in the coalition to fight terror.
Shortly after touching down in Shanghai, President Bush made a sharp turn in U.S.-China relations. A regime the White House has often been at loggerheads with suddenly became, in the Secretary of State's words, enlightened.
We have an excellent relationship with China right now, and I think as a result of President Bush's visit, that relationship will grow and improve and thrive.
The language is light years away from the sharp rhetoric Mr. Bush used during last spring's spy plane incident and the campaign when he declared China a strategic competitor. It is crucial that Beijing now become a strategic ally in the war on terrorism, says America's former ambassador to China, James Lilly.
He's got to talk to these people. He's got to explain our position. He's got to try to get them on board. I think this is absolutely critical.
The White House wants not only moral and political support from China, but whatever information Beijing may have on bin Laden's network. China will ask for solidarity in its own fight with terrorism and may also seek concessions over human rights in Taiwan. When he meets later today with Chinese President Jiang Zemin, President Bush is expected to declare a new beginning to an old relationship, keeping in mind the lessons of the past.
People fall in love again. And there are people in the United States, even in our government, that get very romantic when China gets nice. And the Chinese can play this like a yo-yo.
The White House insists it will not budge on issues like human rights in exchange for China's support for the war on terrorism. The president wants to build an image of cooperation, not compromise. John Roberts, CBS News, Shanghai.
A federal judge in New York City today sentenced 4 convicted terrorists to life in prison without parole for bombing 2 U.S. embassies in Africa. Security was tight at the courthouse, just a few blocks from the rubble of the World Trade Center. Prosecutors say Osama bin Laden personally ordered the 1998 attacks, which killed 224 people, including 12 Americans. Next here on the CBS Evening News, Eye on America. You've got mail. A new challenge for the Postal Service to make sure it is safe.